Welcome back, my fascinating Renaissance friends. It's episode 85, my season of life, 60 years and beyond. This is your fellow sojourner, your coach, your life coach, your mentor, okay, Malu Cervantes. We are navigating the autumn of our life, and episode 85 means the past 84 episodes. We have been working, navigating, what I've always called the autumn of our life. And it's still going to be the best years of our life. And we are following, how do you call the draft, or what we call the roadmap for your good life. And I'm simply just giving you ideas, giving you some parts of my life which you can learn from. But together we will continue, okay, what I have started in year 2025. And what is that? We are having themes, monthly themes. I started January of this year with the theme New Beginnings. And the philosophy is, or what we call the mindset that we started with is, maybe there are better options to having or writing your New Year's resolution. And according to research, only 10%, of people writing New Year's New Year's resolutions, actually have a follow through, follow through their plans. So we talked about that. In February, the theme is birthdays. Very special month for me because it's my birthday, the birthday of my loving husband and my unika iha, and we reframe birthdays. Okay, and again, a lot of philosophies that I've shared with you. Then we went to March. Okay, based on the month named after the god of war, Mars, and we said it's all about abundance. So how to live an abundant life. This is really what a good life is about. Now, last month is April, and of course, April is known for April Fool's Day. But again, we looked at it in terms of what really April stands for, and we chose the word renewal. So we talked about ways and how to really jumpstart whatever it is that you have, renewal. All right. So what about May? Okay. Today is the second day of May, and we are on episode 81. Sorry, 85. Episode 85. Okay. May. Where did the word May come from? Again, courtesy of OpenAI, very, very quickly. All right, May was supposedly named after the Roman goddess of growth and fertility, Maya, M-A-I-A, Maya. Okay, so now we have May. And it tells you what happens in May. And if you really look at the seasons of life, May is the last month for spring. March, April, May, and after May next month, it's already the first month of summer. Okay, June, July, August is summer, at least in the Western Hemisphere. In the Philippines, we don't have 4 seasons, we only have 2 seasons. That will be the dry season, the hot season. Okay, this is now the dry season, is the height of summer. And of course, we have the wet season, the rainy season. Okay, we're following the Western Hemisphere. So if it's the last month of spring and going on July, these are the keywords that I found out that will describe May. Okay, keywords like possibility. Summer is supposed to be what? Heightened awareness, heightened activity. So a lot of possibilities. Okay. Another term that will be apropos will be the word revolution. Something revolutionary, which means something radical. Okay. When you say radical, you talk about change. We talked about transformation. Right? And we talk about progress. Okay, so it's a it's a matter of planting seeds today, okay, because it will shape our future. It will shape our destiny. So I have decided, okay, to use either possibility, either revolution, either transformation. But they're all related, isn't it? A revolutionary would have to include transformation, and possibility would mean endless possibilities. Okay, so let's stick to that theme: possibility, revolution, transformation. Ah, that's big. This is what I like. Okay, so what will this episode be? Episode 85, with the theme possibility, revolution, and transformation. We have, well, at least, for most people, when they talk about emotions, they talk about only one thing. Emotions are bad, especially the dark and ugly emotions of what? Of anger, jealousy, envy, wrath, all of the, or depression, or sadness, and what are the opposites of that? I think it's only joy and happiness and all of that. So there are more dark and ugly emotions to begin with. So the default is, how do you control it, or how do you manage it? You know that I am, a learning and development consultant. I do training programs, I design, I train people. Well, that is not the frame of how we are going to live with all sorts of emotions. That's not the mindset that I use in my training. All right, I'd share with you. Okay, let's reframe. So there's the word again. We've been reframing since episode 1. We reframed what it means, to grow old, and we never use the word growing old anymore, isn't it? It's just really aging wisely, aging gracefully, aging elegantly, which is really, my manifesto. Okay, we reframe old age, in the form of exquisite years, just like wine. So we keep on reframing, isn't it? So now we will reframe, emotions, even the dark and especially, not even if, especially the dark and ugly emotions, because you cannot reframe happiness anymore. Happy is happy is happy, joyful. How do you reframe something that's really, really very positive, like love and affection? We don't reframe that. We expand it. But the dark and ugly emotions, I mean, how do we expand that? More negativity. Okay, so we'll reframe it in a unique way. Okay, so it's understanding emotions. Okay, and I have here, I prepared for it. I told you I prepare a lot for every episode, and I have here 11, and we are 8 minutes already. So I will take the first one only, because that is the toughest of all dark and ugly emotions. In fact, before I begin with that, in fact, just 2 days ago, where I live in the Philippines, there was this big headline, that says, another road rage ends in death. Okay, so it's just I guess one two vehicles somehow one cut each other, and shouting match ensued, and one driver, okay, fired shots at the passengers of the other vehicle. Of course, he was arrested, but that's what it is. Okay, so what was that word? Road rage. That is what? The emotion of anger. Okay. So it shouldn't be like that, right? Okay, so how do we understand? How should we understand anger and reframe it into something more useful and positive? How can anger ever be positive? Okay, let me read it. Anger is energy with a purpose. That first sentence alone, is a great reframe. Anger is an energy. It's nothing bad. It's just neutral. It's an energy. Okay, with a purpose. So what's that purpose? It builds when something challenges your values. Okay, disrespects your boundaries, disrupts your sense of justice. So that's the reason why it is an energy that with a purpose. No, it builds. You become angry when something challenges your values. Values are principles or beliefs that you highly value, important to you. Okay, disrespects your boundaries. I mean, we have certain rights, and then something or someone disrespects that. Of course, anger is triggered or disrupts your sense of justice. Every time we see somebody being bullied, somebody being an underdog, that there's a certain feeling, especially with me. I always side with the underdog. Okay. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. So instead, okay, here we go. Reframe it. Instead of letting it take over us, even if we have proper motives of being angry, instead of letting it be go to the negative side, okay, turn it into change. Okay, turn it into change. What do you want changed? Bullying, okay? So you don't want anybody bullying you. You don't bully yourself, right? You don't bully other people. If you see bullying, what can you do? Okay, you talk to the person. Instead of shouting at the person, you talk to him, nicely and respectfully, or maybe team up with people so that you crusade against bullying. Fight bullying. Fight bullying in a positive term. So remember, just to put it all together, I am just focusing on the first emotion. So anger is energy, very neutral, with a purpose. Wonderful. You must know when it is triggered, and you must know. Okay, you must know that the first thing to do is face it, and then change it. Remember revolutionary, remember possibility, remember transformation. Change it. Do something positive, to be able to satisfy that in a very, very positive way. All right. So do you like this, my friends? Okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Right. And people keep on telling me, like, Miss Malu, what you've been sharing with us are just so profound. I wonder. Okay, what type of audience you are catering to, because I like it so much, but I have a friend who told me that it's just so deep. That she would rather have something that's light and joyful, not for her to think about these things. I wonder, okay, who is your audience? Okay, I wonder, are you going to continue with deep insights on this? Okay, let me share that with you in the next episode, because I think it's a wonderful, wonderful, question, right, to respond to. Until then, again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Right, I will see you next episode. Goodbye.